the architect of silence. I joined Harrow & Cole with a blueprint in my pocket and a dream no one believed in. The firm was old, prestigious, full of men with decades of experience, with steady hands and no connections. From the start, I noticed Evelyn, senior architect, radiant in every meeting and as quick to charm as she was to claim credit. She never looked at me directly. She looked through me, the way someone glances past a shadow on the wall. For the first year, I was content to learn. I spent nights refining plans, double-checking measurements, running simulations while others slept. Evelyn noticed my diligence. At first, she would compliment me quietly. "You're sharp. You'll go far." But soon, I watched her present my models as hers. My innovative layouts were stamped with her signature. When a design won praise from the city council, it was her handshake on the front page, not mine. I swallowed my pride. I told myself recognition would come in time. Then came the Kellington Tower project, the most ambitious bid our firm had ever attempted. Evelyn was named lead, and I was assigned as her associate. She smiled when she told me, "You'll learn a lot." I spent months perfecting that design's structural elements no one else considered, energy efficiencies that broke new ground. The night before the presentation, I stayed until dawn, finalizing every detail. The next day, Evelyn took the podium. I watched her unveil my work to thunderous applause. She didn't mention my name once. When the contract was won, the firm celebrated her. A feature in magazines, invitations to speak at conferences. And then came the final blow. She recommended that I be moved off her team to make room for new talent. I went home that night and stared at the sketches covering my apartment walls. Years of ideas dismissed in seconds. That was when I began my own blueprint one for a future no one saw coming. I documented everything. Drafts, timestamps, correspondence. I built a private archive that showed the evolution of every major project, my fingerprints embedded in every line. But I didn't stop there. I quietly began entering design competitions under a pseudonym. Local, then regional, then national. I won small awards, collected citations, all under a name no one at Harrow & Cole would recognize. As months passed, I cultivated allies. A junior engineer who saw my late nights and started leaving encouraging notes on my desk. A city planner impressed by the questions I asked in public forums. A sustainability officer who noticed my signature details in projects and reached out privately. 2 years after Kellington Tower, a new international competition was announced. The city wanted a visionary design for a cultural center, a project that would define a generation. Evelyn immediately declared her intention to submit on behalf of the firm. I submitted too, under my pseudonym. Weeks turned into months. Design after design was eliminated until only 2 remained, Evelyn's and mine. When the jury announced the finalists publicly, Evelyn was jubilant. She prepared renderings, speeches, and interviews. I watched silently, knowing what was coming. On the day of the final review, the anonymous submissions were revealed. The room fell silent when they unveiled my name alongside the design. Evelyn's smile froze. The jury murmured, flipping through documentation, seeing the citations, the previous awards I'd won in secret. My presentation was thorough, elegant, undeniable. When they announced the winner, it wasn't Evelyn, it was me. The aftermath was a storm. Harrow & Cole scrambled to offer me a senior role, a partnership, anything to keep me. Evelyn avoided my gaze, her charisma dimmed. She tried to corner me in the hallway. "You've been plotting this?" she whispered. I looked her in the eye for the first time and said, "I've been building. You just never looked closely." Today, my name is etched in the cornerstone of that cultural center. Visitors walk through halls shaped by my hands, not knowing the years it took to arrive there. I lead my own firm now, a place where no one's voice gets lost in the shadows. Evelyn still works at Harrow & Cole, though she rarely appears in the spotlight anymore. They say she's quieter these days, more careful. I don't need to see her to know she remembers, because some blueprints are built not of steel and glass, but of patience, silence, and the sweet satisfaction of finally being seen. Thanks for listening to this story. If it stayed with you, subscribe. We share haunting, thoughtful stories twice a week, every Tuesday and Friday at 7 p.m. Until next time, stay warm.